Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. We're going to talk about the energies of November, what to expect, and how to support yourself through those weeks. I am going to be starting off by talking about crystals that are recommended by Metatron to support you during November. Now, if for some reason you are not interested in crystals, feel free to scroll on ahead to the messages. Otherwise, welcome to the crystal portion of this video. Metatron has chosen 9 different crystals, which is entertaining because he normally chooses 7. I believe he has chosen 9 because we are still in 2025, which is the 9 year. We're still looking into all the ways that we can make changes and make adjustments in order to close out old cycles of behavior, old cycles of thinking. You're going to see these themes continue. If October was a difficult month for you, I gotta tell you, November is gonna have a similar flavor. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't make up the rules. November is gonna have a similar flavor, but there's gonna be a little twist to November, which you're actually gonna enjoy. The twist is that there's gonna be more of an opportunity for turnaround, more opportunity for new openings, more opportunity for progress. So we want to keep at what we're doing, and November is going to support us, and November is going to reward us for the places where we are recognizing we need those adjustments and then making those adjustments. So let's talk about the crystals, because these are going to tell us a story. Because all the crystals that Metatron chooses for this month, or any month, are based on what will support you or help you the most during that month. So we can tell by what crystals Metatron chooses what to expect for that month, right? So first step, this is an Amazonite. And they come in lots of different forms. Amazonite is about emotional healing, communication, and balance. These are themes that you're going to see throughout these crystals. It also has a mostly blue color to it, so this is going to tie back to the throat chakra. Again, you're going to see a theme with the throat chakra in the crystals, and also just for the month in general. So Amazonite is one choice. And actually, let me show you the card that I got. So the card that I got was Amazonite and Smoky Quartz. It's about abundance, right? Because the Amazonite is bringing in the emotional healing, the communication, the balance, that, and the grounding and the protective qualities of Smoky Quartz. Those are going to usher in abundance for you. So we have those two, and it doesn't matter if you have them both together. If you have one or you have both, either way, whatever crystals you have here for this month, they're going to support you. So those are 2 options. Another card that I was given is Pink Amethyst. Pink Amethyst, it ties into the heart chakra, or the higher heart chakra, right? Because we have that pink energy. So it's connected to love, it's connected to compassion, it's connected to emotional healing and balance. Sounds familiar already, right? This is also connected to protection, specifically from dark galactic energies. So if you were like, I love crystals and I really want to put a couple crystals maybe at my desk or around where I sleep at night, Amethyst is a great choice. Black tourmaline is a great choice. There's lots and lots of good choices, but definitely if you're into crystals and you're into the powerful effect that they can have for your energetic world, Pink Amethyst is one that you will want to have. Let's move on. The next one I want to show you is lace agate. So there are lots of different kinds of lace agate, and well, I don't know about lots. There are a few different kinds of lace agate. Depending on what kind of lace agate you choose, that will kind of determine some of the qualities of that crystal. So again, lace agate is about emotional healing and calming. Emotional healing and calming. Agate in general, actually, I didn't write it down, but I know this. Agate, all agate, is about balancing too. So again, we have a theme going on. I want to show you this guy. So I want to show you this guy because Susan sent him to me like a couple days ago. So this is a piece of blue lace agate that it's just a little chunk. If you have a piece of blue lace agate, this is going to, again, support that emotional healing, balancing, and calming back with the throat chakra, which is a theme for this month. If you have another kind of lace agate, maybe like, kind of like the picture, if you have like a crazy lace agate, right, then it has these kind of more of a brown and red and gray coloring to it. If you have more of those earth colors in your lace agate, it's going to support more of the root chakra and the grounding aspects. Oh, both the throat support and the grounding aspects are important for November, so you can't go wrong. Whatever kind of lace agate you have, you can't go wrong. It's going to support you. Grounding is especially important this month because it is going to support us with trauma release. Grounding into Gaia, just walking on the earth, whether you have shoes on or not, just walking outside is a natural process of releasing trauma into the ground, which is converted and changed by Gaia into beneficial energies for the land. So Gaia is meant to work together with us to pull our trauma off of us. Now, if we haven't processed the trauma, it's not ready to come off of us. It won't come off of us. But anything we've already processed, Gaia is naturally going to help us to balance and to feel better. Let's take a look at, what is the next one that I have on my list? I have this guy. Let's talk about this one. Wow, look what color it is. We got blue barite. Now, my guides were sneaky with this one. I don't own any blue barite. If I don't own any blue barite, there's a good chance you don't own any blue barite because I own way too many crystals. And I'm very happy with it. So don't freak out if you don't own blue barite, because I'm going to talk to you about some other options. Again, blue barite is connecting back into calming energies and emotional healing energies, and of course, the throat chakra. If you don't have barite, you can choose any other crystal or mineral that has kind of a lighter blue coloring to it, and it's going to support you in very similar ways, so similar that you can do that substitution. So some of you might have celestite. You could even do, I have like, this is just blue tourmaline and quartz. I have trollite. I mean, there's lots of different crystals you might have, and some of these are kind of weird. I totally forgot what this was for a second. This is Afghanite. So any of those are also going to work the same exact way. So use those if you have those. Now let's talk about apophyllite. Look who showed up again. Look who showed up again. If you watched my October energy update, you will know that this card came through in October and that I kind of laughed about it because I was like, ha ha ha. In My and Susan's Patreon group, everything is about Jupiter right now. Do you see this on this card? Apophyllite, Jupiter. Jupiter's saying hello to everybody. Apophyllite is this clearish, whitish, crystal-like stuff. This right here is a stilbite, so kind of ignore him. It's really all about this sparkly stuff. Apophyllite is an expansive energy. It's connected to emotional healing and removing blockages. So again, we have this theme of our guides pushing us to heal the wounds that are ready to be healed. We have a couple more crystals. We have goethite. What? If you are not deep into the crystal world, there is no reason for you to have ever heard of this. And honestly, I'm deep in the crystal world, and when I first came across this, I had no idea what it was. This is a piece of goethite. So this is goethite. It's a little prettier than regular goethite, only because it also has hematite, so it's kind of got those little rainbow coloring to it. But you'll see there's a lot of like brown to it. So it carries that grounding energy, emotional healing. I'm not kidding. Emotional healing, emotional stability, and resilience. It's the things that we need in order to work through these difficult feelings and then disperse what we have processed away from our bodies back into Gaia so that we can feel better, so that we can keep moving forward. So goethite, that one's kind of a strange one. And then the last one that I have is from here, and this is green tourmaline. Green tourmaline. And I have this piece of green tourmaline in quartz because Susan sent this guy to me kind of a while ago. And I like him quite a bit. So green tourmaline, it's that green color. It ties into your heart chakra. It ties into, what else? Emotional healing. I'm not kidding. Emotional healing and balancing the heart chakra. So we have this theme: balancing, grounding, healing. Balancing, grounding, healing. Balancing, grounding, healing. So that's the theme of these crystals. Oh, I forgot one. I skipped him. Black moonstone. So black moonstone, it's a real specific kind of moonstone. You can see that little moonstone shine to it, but it's got that dark, it's not really black. It's kind of like a dark brown, right? It's like a chocolate brown color, but that is moonstone. If you don't have black moonstone, which you might not, because that's, it's very specific, right? You might have another color moonstone, like peach. That's what this one is. That will work fine as well. Or you might have like the more traditional rainbow moonstone that has like, these blue flashes in there. It doesn't matter what moonstone you choose, really. If you have any moonstone, it's going to support you. The moonstone is tied into spiritual growth and new beginnings. If you have one that has the darker colors in it, it's going to help you with the grounding aspects that we talked about were important. If you have one that has these blue flashes in it, it's going to tie into the throat chakra. So everyone wins. Everyone wins. It doesn't matter what color your moonstone is. All right. Those are the crystals then. I think I got through all of them. Let's move on to the channeled messages that I received for November. I have cards. So I pulled cards in advance and I channeled messages in advance. And I'm going to show you the cards that I pulled and give you the messages at the same time so you can see where these messages are coming from, because sometimes that's interesting. My first card is the Enlightened Gut. The Enlightened Gut. And let me just pull up those messages. So, and these are all from Metatron, by the way. He said to raise the vibration of your solar plexus, because again, we're talking about the gut, the stomach, the solar plexus. To raise the vibration of your solar plexus, your guides must provide you with challenges that encourage you to stand your ground, persist, show your strength, and learn to believe in yourself. Occasional discomfort in the stomach is a sign that you are clearing trauma that has been held tightly in that region. Persistent issues in the solar plexus demonstrate an imbalance that requires your attention. For those needing energetic support for the solar plexus, we have the solar plexus reconnect service. So I will reference that underneath this video. To take a look at this next card. And the little writing says groundedness, and then the big writing says gravity. At times, you would rather stay asleep in your own areas of need rather than grow from them. Many of your guides encourage you and try to uplift you to see the value in releasing your old patterns, but it is only you that can decide when you are ready to face all that you fear. Grounding techniques will help you during any time of transition to feel more stable. If you are facing your fears, moving outside your comfort zone, or challenging an old pattern, use grounding to help you feel more stable during those periods. Cinnamon, walking outside, and gentle exercise or stretching are especially helpful at helping you to feel safe while simultaneously allowing you to expand into new territory. So, cinnamon. This actually came through with a client session as well, where he was really emphasizing cinnamon. If you think of cinnamon, it is a grounding herb, spice. It's brown. It's the color of goethite. It's the color of some of these crystals that Metatron is recommending. The next card here is dark matter. How have you been censoring and silencing yourself? Learn to speak freely and without apology, for bottling up your thoughts and feelings will lead to inner turmoil. Transform this area of your life by speaking up and then detaching from any feelings of self-judgment or fear of the judgment of others for what you said. Practice is the only way to conquer these uncomfortable feelings. Entering your own discomfort willingly is the pathway to your freedom. If you need throat chakra support, if this is like a message that's resonating with you and you would like some throat chakra support, we have a service called Throat Chakra Healing and Activation. I will link that under this video. And I mean, as you can tell from the crystals that are being brought forward, the throat chakra is a huge theme for November. So any opportunities that you find that someone is pushing your buttons in some way, right? Someone is doing something wrong. Someone is crossing a boundary with you. Those are opportunities for us to speak up, right? And so pay attention to those opportunities for this month, because as you recognize those and as you choose to speak up a little more than you would before, that's going to help release trauma and expand you into more of your true self. So again, if you need that support with the throat chakra session, I will be indicating that under the video. The next card here is healing. Healing is about restoring hope to the ways you are giving up your power. Power is your divine right, and it is needed on your journey. So this kind of, look at, it's funny because the information ties into the solar plexus, right? To a big extent, because we're talking about power, giving up your power. Normally, we tie that back to the solar plexus. But look at all those colors. We got a bunch of blue again. So what we're really talking about is the power of speaking up, the power of your voice, the power of self-expression through this means, and how the more we heal those wounds, the more we will see hope for all the situations in our personal world and in our actual world, the world, that seem kind of hopeless, that seem too big to conquer. Everything is resolvable, but we're going to need our throats to get us there. Let's see. Oh, my next card. This is my next card. It says, held. Your guides are supporting you. Every step of the way, we are helping you to take your next step forward. We are helping to bring the very best version of you forward. We are helping to bring you out of confusion and limitations and into the light of possibility. So I don't know if you can see in this picture, but it's kind of like, it's a man and he's kind of got his hands cupped, and there's like a person like in fetal position, just kind of like there in his hands. And so it just shows you the love and the care and the attention and the gentleness that our guides put into their interactions with us, and also into crafting our journey so that it is serving our best and highest purposes, as much as possible, as much as we allow it to. Check this one out. We have expansion, which, hey, we were talking about expansion with Jupiter and with the apophyllite. And this is north, and you'll see that image is like a compass. To me, all of that imagery and the words are all tying back to the North Star, which is Polaris. So Polaris supports you, helping you to navigate your way forward. You may not see the way forward clearly, but we do, and we will ensure that you reach your destination. Set forward on a new journey, not knowing where it leads. Trust that the way will be shown. And so this message is important because a lot of times, if we can't see the end point, if we can't see the success, or we can't see where everything kind of comes together and works out to our benefit, sometimes that makes us so afraid or uncertain that we won't start that journey. We won't even do it because we're like, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not certain how this will end. I have no guarantee that this is going to work out. And your guides are saying it is going to work out. Start that new journey. They are carefully crafting this for you. You will get to where you need to go. You might need to persist. It might take time, but you will get where you need to go. Next card here is Fluidity, Outer Core, And the message says, remain steadfast and unwavering on the inside, even while your surroundings swirl and change around you. Move through change, even as you persist with your goals. The only way to conquer your fears is to face them and to see how truly weak these fears are. Do not let fear hold you back or hold you hostage. And so again, we're talking about fear, we're talking about the root chakra. It makes sense that we have all these dark crystals to help with the grounding sensation so that we all feel more secure while we're going through these transitional periods. We, the Hathors, all transitions are difficult and require labor. All transitions are difficult and require labor to move through. Like a woman who births a child, the only way to the end goal is through persistence. Like a butterfly pushing through a chrysalis, struggle is needed to develop your emotional and mental strength. So don't run from the challenges. Those challenges are there to build you up. It is uncomfortable to go through that process, but you will emerge on the other side better, stronger, wiser than before you entered that conflict. Star bathing. Take advantage of the many star beings who are ready and willing to share their love and light with you. Walk beneath the stars and authorize yourself to receive what is given for your highest good from your galactic neighbors. Okay, so clearly there are some galactic groups who are, as they said, ready and willing to provide star codes. And so we don't necessarily always know who these star codes are coming from, right? But if you go outside at night and you say, yes, I am willing to accept any energies from any beings who are serving my greatest and highest good, or something to that effect, it doesn't have to be that, then you are allowing them to send that to you, because you do need to say it's okay so that they are not going against your free will. It's kind of wild because I received some cards. I was pulling cards asking for a message for myself and my husband on like something totally unrelated, or it seemed unrelated. And the messages that I got back were like, go outside into the starlight and receive some star codes from the stars. I'm like, all right. And I could see that it was coming from mermaids or mer people. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So him and I both, we went outside at different times that night. And then I pulled cards again and they said, now go outside and get solar codes the next day. So we're like, okay. So the next day we go outside, we got our solar codes. And I pulled cards again. I'm like, all right, now what? And they're like, okay, now meditate. Okay. So before bed, I tried to meditate and see what I could see. And I did see a tiger. A face of a tiger came through like 3 times. And that was the only thing I saw. So I was like, huh, okay, that was strange. And then I thought about it afterwards. And the tiger and the clue that the codes were coming from mermaids, I looked through all the information that I've gathered about different planets, and there was only one place that I know of that has tigers and mermaids. It's an Andromedan planet named Astara. So I was like, this is where our codes are coming from. So anyways, just thought I'd share that. So him and I are kind of going down the rabbit hole to see what's going on there. But fascinating stuff. And we continue to kind of jump through the hoops as they give them to us. And you know what's funny is I want to show you this card because I was given this card and that was like my confirmation that they wanted me to talk about that situation with all of you. I got a card with a tiger on it. So they're like, tell your story. Talk about the tiger. Okay, I still have more messages for all of you. Dolphin play. If you want to master, build, or manifest your desires, there must be movement, flow, and a pursuit of joy. Be like the dolphin to move yourself towards your goals. Look who else we're getting. And again, look at these colors, lots of blue. So we have a whale down at the bottom and it says forgiveness. And the message says, are you holding resistance in your heart? At times, do you react in unloving ways to others because you feel defensive or hurt? Whale energy can support the heart chakra by bringing it a nurturing and comforting love to help it heal. Invite the whales. So invite either like a whale spirit guide or the whale collective. Invite these beings to help you heal issues with your heart chakra. If you need energetic support with your heart chakra, you could also consider our heart healing series that we have available. And again, I'll link that in the description if you're interested in that. But yeah, encouraging us to get support basically from these two different, look, we got lots of blue, these two different groups of spirit animals. Asking the dolphins to help us with flow in our energy body so that we're not having blockages and we're not having resistance. And asking the whale collective to support the heart chakra, to give it that compassionate, nurturing energy to help it heal and move forward from the hurts and the resistances that we've had in that chakra. Gypsy Columbine, look for growth opportunities to help you shed people-pleasing behaviors and other social conditioning. Your spirit is caged when it blocks itself from expression. Expressing yourself is not savage. It is part of being authentic and whole. At times, expressing yourself is messy, but it is a pathway of learning. Restraining the self from expression dulls the soul. Face your regrets. Face your fears. Face your self-doubts. Seek freedom for your soul every day. Take baby steps, but keep challenging yourself. And again, it's what I was talking about with the throat chakra, where look at the opportunities in your life this month to speak up a little bit or a lot and take them. Take them even if you're just you're talking just a little bit more. You're being a little more honest. You're being a little more expressive. Take it. Take those opportunities. That's what's going to set you free. Here we have empathic starseed. Do you absorb emotions that are not yours? This creates unnecessary turmoil for you, but it also distracts you from your own emotional growth. So, if you need support with not absorbing the energies of others, I know a lot of you are empaths. You know you're an empath, and how other people feel, especially other people you work with or other people you live with, it has a really strong hold on you. And it's not supposed to be that way. because one, it's not pleasant, right? It's like you're carrying everyone else's baggage, but also when you are so focused on everyone else's feelings, you are not in tune with your own, which means you're not doing your own emotional work. You're not doing your own healing because you're so bogged down with everyone else's emotions. If you need support with gaining balance and control on your empathic abilities, we have a new service called Empath Support. I will link it down below. The reunion. Reunite with the parts of yourself that you have pushed away or rejected. All of you is worthy, and all of you is needed to successfully navigate your journey. Some of these messages are really big, and they're not diving very deeply into them, which makes me think that if certain messages resonate with you, it's supposed to resonate with you, but it's probably not for everybody. When we're talking about reuniting with all of yourself, there's a couple things that might potentially help you. So I have it depends on what parts of you you're pushing away, right? But two different ways that I can think that might support you for this. One, I have a YouTube video that I posted, I don't know, at least a year ago, maybe two, that talks about integrating darkness and light, because a lot of us have a tendency to reject the parts of ourselves that we feel like are not good enough or messed up or aren't socially acceptable. And so that video is a meditation basically to help you reunite with the parts of yourself that you've pushed away. So that's one option for you. Another option I can think of is if you've never had your soul parts called back to you, you could consider doing the astral realm deep dive session. Part of that session is calling your soul parts back to you. So anytime, it's possible that anytime you go through something traumatic, you may consciously or unconsciously release part of your soul. And we do it for a lot of different reasons. We do it because we just don't want to be present for something difficult sometimes. Other times someone is leaving us or someone dies and we wish we could still be with them. And so we're giving up a soul part to try to stay with them or try to make something right. So there's lots of different reasons people do it. But if you haven't had that done and you want to have that done, the Astral Realm Deep Dive would be a good session for you. And I have a couple more cards. Got this one talking about choice. Each choice you make brings you closer or farther from your goals. Your choices are your power, so use them to shape your future. Do not cling to regret. Do not cling to self-judgment for decisions made in the past. Choices are a vehicle for learning. And so allow yourself to learn through mistakes, knowing that this is the divine order of things. Here's my last card. Again, with all the blue colors for the throat chakra. Understanding. Understanding must be gained before ideal choices can be made. And understanding is only found through knowledge of both sides of a situation. You understand what you want by experiencing what you do not want. So the last two cards kind of go together. It's talking about don't have regrets for mistakes you've made in the past. And it's talking about how you need to make mistakes to learn. And this card is talking about how can you have understanding unless you've been on both sides of any situation. And this is this is like a really big spiritual truth where we come to Earth and we like to try to experience not just two sides of a situation, but all sides of a situation so that we really have the experience to understand it. So you can think about this as one time you come to Earth to die young, and another time you come to Earth to have your child die young, or your partner die early into the relationship, or whatever. And so we take all these different roles. We're the sibling, we're the parent, we're the child, we're the friend, we're the this, the that, the other thing, so that we can get a full multidimensional perspective on any experience. And that is what gives us understanding. If we're only looking at death from one viewpoint, or assault from one viewpoint, or any issue, if you're only looking at it from one viewpoint, you only understand it from that viewpoint, right? Having that multi-dimensional perspective, seeing it through the eyes of many people, is what expands your compassion and your understanding. And that is what makes your soul a higher quality of soul. I mean, I have no other way to say it. The wisdom and the understanding that you gain from difficult experiences is what makes your energy feel amazing. And I know that's like that doesn't seem like it matters that much right now because we're in physical bodies. Most of us maybe can't feel energy that well. Certainly, maybe not at the level I'm talking about. And to be honest with you, I don't feel, most of the time, I do not feel every person's energy. Like if I'm talking to someone, I can't feel into every little detail of them at all. It's really my guides that let me sit there and feel into their energy. And the ones who have gone through the difficult experiences and come out the other side of it, there's no way for me to describe this to you. It's the most beautiful depth and complexity, and you just want to dive into their energy, and you want to immerse yourself in it, and you want to be that. Like when you feel it, it's like, oh, that's what I want, and I know that's what you want too. Because why else are we here? Why else are we incarnating with difficult experiences, trying to have greater understanding, trying to get greater compassion? The only reason we're doing this is because we want to feel like how Yeshua's energy feels, or we want to feel like how Buddha's energy feels, or Merlin or Ashtar, whoever it is, because their energy feels amazing. Okay. This is everything that I have for you. I will link everything that I referenced down below. Take care of yourself this November. November's energy, it is a good time to start a new project, to begin something new, to initiate. It holds that energies within that month. So take advantage of it and be brave, be bold. Don't be concerned about knowing what it's going to look like in the end. Just take the first step and then keep going. Okay, this is all I have for you. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.